a look at Samsung Galaxy Note 3. So Galaxy Note 3 is the latest model out of the Galaxy Note line. Seems like Samsung has made up their mind to put everything they have in the Galaxy S series and putting all the things that they/people like into Galaxy Note. So this is the highest spec Android that Samsung has ever launched yet. And all right, let's get into the details. On the top, there's a receiver, there's a front-facing camera with the 5.7-inch of Full HD AMOLED display. Menu, home, back. It doesn't seem like Samsung's ever gonna change that. They're sticking with it. On the right, there's a power key. On the left, there's a volume rocker and a terrestrial DMB antenna over here for your mobile tele tuner. Those of you who will buy the international model of the Galaxy Note 3 won't have that, so don't worry about that ugly antenna. And on the top, there's a 3.5mm headphone jack with the noise-canceling microphone, infrared port for your remote controller, and on the back, there's a 13-megapixel camera with the LED flash and the carrier logo, infamous carrier logo. All of the carriers around the world put this. At least they didn't put a Verizon logo over here. Yay! Anyway, under that is a Samsung logo and an S Pen again. Samsung and the other media has been claiming that this feels like leather, the real leather, but not really. It feels like fake leather. What this feels like is that interiors of the cars, the little interior finishes of the car, the fake leather kind of finishes, that's what it feels like. Out of these stitchy, likely finish that Samsung has given to its battery cover, I do see that they have tried, and they've done a pretty good job considering it's a piece of plastic. They did a good job, but I'm not exactly a big fan of making non-leather material looking like leather. So LG actually tried this once in Prada 3.0. They put a Saffiano leather pattern into a plastic. Never liked that. Don't like this either. But I can see that they're trying. They at least tried. Where were we? Yeah. On the bottom, there's a microphone along with USB 3.0 port. This is the first smartphone to have a USB 3.0 capability. It performs up to 30% faster according to our own benchmark tests. But as always, test results might vary, so don't complain. On the right is a previous USB 2.0 port. So it's backward compatible to the previous generation, so you can use all your previous chargers and accessories. So no things to complain over here. It's got a speaker and an S Pen again. All right, let's before we get into the actual phone itself, let's do a little compare and contrast with the previous models of the Galaxy Notes. That's a Galaxy Note 2, and this is a Galaxy Note 1. Although they didn't explicitly mention it, let's call that a Galaxy Note 1. So that's just the front, and this is the back. They gone a little bit from this curvy, wavy Galaxy Note 2 kind of design to this first-gen Galaxy Note, but we all can see that these are the Galaxy Notes. They obviously look alike. So the biggest difference that I see over here is, unexpectedly, S Pen now goes in both ways. You can flip it and store it back. That's one of the big things that I've noticed about the S Pen over Galaxy Note 3, and they put a lot of effort. As you pull the S Pen out of your phone, it gets you this window called Air Command. And out of those 5 things, there are 2 things that I really liked. One is called Scrapbooker, and the other thing is called Pen Window. So let's start with Scrapbooker, is that you can scroll on a certain part of the screen, and it will not only capture the screen, but it's gonna extract the text out of your screen that you captured and put a string over here, and you can put a memo. So what you can do over here is let's go to a playlist. Go to a playlist and tap on that little button over here and Scrapbooker and scroll that. And it's going to capture your screen of your area that you have selected, and it's going to have this text over here as well. So what you can do is you can tap on memo and say playlist, and then save that. And then you can also add a little tag over here, say songs, and then you're done. You can always check this out on your Scrap app of all the scraps that you had. And another thing that I mentioned as well is a pen window. So what you can do is tap on the pen window and you can draw a little square over here. No, more of a rectangle. And there are a certain number of apps. Not even all the Samsung apps could be launched over here, but there are a few apps, say phone. And you can launch another pen window and launch Chat On. Connect, and then you can change the size of the window over here. You can make it wider, you can make it narrower, and you can make it full screen as the app's designed to. You can minimize it. So this is like a little multitasking window out of PC or Mac. So this is another thing that it can do out of that, along with that multi-window to split the window in half. Let's close that. And another really interesting thing that they have added is you go to any part that you add a string, you put a text in, and you can hover your pen on it, and it will display a little button over here, and you can write on it. Say, let's try Angry Birds again. Angry Birds. No, not Raffle of Birds, no. I know my handwriting is bad. Say Angry Birds. And then it's gonna put that recognized text into that text field. This is another thing that I found that Samsung has tried. And so that was the, pen window and the text input scrapbooker. A little neat things about the S Pen. And another thing that I really liked about the Galaxy Note 3 is that it got brighter than the Galaxy Note 2. So this is in the full brightness, and so is the Galaxy Note 2 over here. Let's go to settings to check it out. Brightness, display, brightness. And it's in the full brightness. Both of the devices are in full brightness, and the screen is a lot brighter. Not a lot, but screen is definitely brighter on the Galaxy Note 3, and it also scrolls smoother too. And another thing that I like is, God, there are things that I like. And I never thought that TouchWiz was ever gonna get better, but they did improve a whole lot better than it first appeared. No, it wasn't the first time, but when it appeared in the Galaxy S2, now you can tap on an icon when you're moving it to another screen. It shows a little preview over here, so you can figure out how full the screen that you're about to reach is. So that's another neat feature that they have added. And the speaker and the sound quality and camera, let's play a little song over here, say Daft Punk. All right, doesn't seem like it's gonna work. But anyway, sound quality is loud enough, but its quality isn't exactly the best. It kind of like squeaks when volume is maximum. So I wouldn't say that little mono speaker over here is the best on the smartphone. I've seen better. HTC and Motorola had a better speaker. And camera is good. It's still good. Samsung camera has been always good. Launches ultra fast, takes a good photo. Samsung has a good camera after the following Apple, iPhone. Sometimes it's even slightly better. So camera has been good, and it still is. And one of the things that I really didn't like about the Galaxy Note series, as always, is I got a terrible handwriting, as we have all seen, and I don't like the big screens. I got small hands, and I don't like the big phones. That was the bottom line, period. But they added a little neat feature over here that called one-handed operation. Might not sound exactly new to everyone, but it's not the classic one-handed operation like keypad and like Samsung keyboard squishing into the left side or the right, a calculator. Who uses Samsung stock calculator and Samsung keyboard? What if you don't use Samsung keyboard? So they added a little feature called Use for All Screens. So what you can do over here is that you can come from the edge of the screen and get back to the end of the screen. Why can't I do this? And it's gonna squish your screen into a smaller version. And they were nice enough to include the soft keys in case you can't reach the ones in the bottom. So they added a little soft key, and it works perfectly in the smaller screen. And of course, you can make this larger make this smaller, make this larger, move it around, and of course put it back into the full screen mode. So they added a little neat feature for small people with small hands like me. So that's another thing that I really liked. So what is Galaxy Note 3 for? Who is Galaxy Note 3 for? Pretty much everyone. This is the best spec Android in the market, and it's kind of ugly. It's not exactly ugly, but it's not exactly the best looking phone in the market. But if you're fine with the design and this cheap leather, likely fake finish, and if you're fine with the big screen and a big phone, this is physically big too. Although it's got a this little feature, this neat feature, it still is a big phone. So if you don't mind that, Galaxy Note 3 is well spec'd. It's probably the best spec. It's got a 5.7-inch full HD display, Snapdragon 800, and 3 gigs of RAM, like we see over here. Some of the storage is reserved for system storage. So despite that, the largest RAM in the market, and 13 megapixel camera and everything, and a 3200 milliamps of battery. This is the best spec Android in the market. So if you don't mind the size and the design, Galaxy Note 3 is probably for everyone, well, everyone who can afford it. So you won't be disappointed by the performance or the little details the Galaxy Note 3 gives, but it still isn't the beautiful phone. I want a beautiful phone, but this isn't beautiful. Anyway, that's my conclusion, and this was Under KG, as always, bringing you the fastest reviews on YouTube, at least in Korea, for the latest market and latest smartphone on the market. And as always, on the top here, there must be a subscribe button. Click on that to subscribe to our channel, and on the second line of the description over here should be a link taking you to our Facebook page. Go there, like our page, to get the latest reviews on the latest smartphone on the market faster than anyone else. So this was Under KG. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on our channel. Thank you. Always. Bye.